Hello, my name is Mutant and I'm back in the video and I'm playing Rainswept. I've been asked to play this 1 hour early access demo of this game to help promote the Indiegogo campaign for the full release of the game. The campaign runs until the 16th of April. Of August, I mean, I wrote down April here because I'm very smart. And the full game is set for release in January 2019, and they're just trying to get some funds to help polish the game and make it as best as it can be. In this game, you play as a detective, assisting the local police with a seemingly simple murder-suicide case. And from what I've seen from like the trailer and a few other bits of gameplay, the game looks really good, especially the art style. So I'm very interested in this game, and I definitely want to get into it now. Now, like I said, it is a 1 hour demo, and I'm not going to be playing the whole thing because I want to play the whole thing on my own time, but also I don't want to spoil the end of the demo for you all, and I want you to enjoy the game for yourselves. So let's get into it. New game. Okay, Monday, 12:14 AM, October 7th, 1996. Okay, there's the apparent murder-suicide. See what I mean? The art style, it just looks so nice. It works so well. It reminds me of This is Police when I played that on my channel. It's quite similar to that. Simple but works really well. Rainswept. There we go. Okay, Monday, 7:35 AM, October 7th, 1996. So here, return the keyboard or A on the control. I'll press E on the keyboard. Alright, I'm here. Time to see what all this is about. Alright, how do I play then? So, A and D is to move about, and then I use arrows to up is inventory, left is talk to, right is look, and down is use. And then space to skip previously heard dialogue. And then the interact continues, okay. Press shift to run. That's terrible. What? I said terrible business all this. Puh. It's only a matter of time, everyone knows that. I know, still, they were so young. You haven't been stupid, you mean? The stories I've heard. Yes, you're right, it's just a matter of time. What? It was a matter of time. It's really coming down to say we should get back home. A few more minutes, I want to see what happens. Nothing's gonna happen, I'm gonna catch a cold, that's all. Right, so when you're trying to find out what actually happened, the town people are really going to come and hear all their stories and the rumours. You have to try and find out which ones are true and which ones aren't. I thought it was down. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. That's why. Okay, I can't do that. Mum, please, you need to back away a little. What happened here, murder? Johnny, get the umbrella. Granny, I want to leave. Can we go to the shop? I see this coming a mile away. Mum, please. Granny, please. Alright, Johnny, let's go. There's no point standing here now. Bye. When this was happening, we should have done something. There's nothing we could have done. Chris is responsible, I'm so sure. It's hard to disagree, but let's not speculate. Detective Anderson, right? The chief is inside. They've been waiting for you. You need to control the crowd, officer. You need to push the crowd further from the scene, officer. What, you'll have to speak up, I can't hear you over the rain. The crowd, handle them, there could be evidence out here. Oh yes, I'm trying. Hey Williams, what the hell are you doing? Jones propped this tape set won't stay. We'll get some sticks and drive them in. Yes sir! Richard! Don't call for Richard, Richard's on leave, do it yourself. Goodness. Sorry detective, the thing is, we're short of manpower here. We weren't prepared for this kind of thing, first time in decades. And to top it off with this rain out of nowhere. Just get the crowd under control, I'm heading inside. Yes, detective, don't worry. Richard? I mean, Williams. Okay, so, very useful police here. Now what's he up to? Well, we know what he's up to. Okay, looking for a crowd too close to the crime scene. Number of cops here to a few. This is Paul. Something here. Been here a while, looks like. And why did I do that? Okay. Anything else? Yeah, that's my car. And if I do that, I just got here. I'm not going back now. Okay. That's the way inside. I wonder why Chief sent me all this way to find you to see this case. Only one way to find out. Alright, let's go in. Yes, go in. I've had a look around. No point hanging around out here. Okay, oh god. Yep, oh god indeed. She shot and he shot in the head. That's the sheriff, I should talk to him first. Alright. Let's go talk to him. What are they doing? They're very professional, I hope they know what they're doing. I hope so too. Michael? Huh? Oh. Detective, are you okay? I think so, yeah. So this is another thing that happens in the game. This the detective you're playing isn't very emotionally stable, I should say. And there's going to be a lot of nightmares in the game you're going to have to experience and try and deal with while dealing with the actual case itself. Because I'm a little tired after a long drive here. Detective Anderson, right? The head office called in to say that you'll be joining us here for this investigation. I'm Sheriff Harris and this is Lieutenant Malt. We appreciate the department sending help, but I don't think we all need it. The case is ready to be wrapped up. What do we have here? The victims here, Christopher Green, age 26, died from a bullet wound to the head, looks self-inflicted. And Diane Miller, age 24, a single bullet wound through the abdomen. Victims lived together, were unmarried. Any signs of intruder? Any signs of intruder? No signs of forced entry. The door was locked from the inside when we arrived. An officer climbed through the open window here to open the door. There were no footprints outside that window. Except the officer's. He was careful. No signs of struggle or marks on the bodies either. What was the time of death? According to the next door neighbour, a single gunshot was heard around 12:15. We received a call about 20 hours and we're here in about 5 minutes. Found them dead upon arrival and confirmed the timing. The weapon. As we know about the weapon, both shots were fired from an M1911A1 .45 caliber pistol. The ballistics report will let us know more. Any witnesses? Just an next door neighbour who claims to have heard a single gunshot. We can interview him shortly. Right, that's all my questions. Honestly speaking, detective, we think it's pretty obvious what's taking place here. What do you mean? They've had a reputation. They weren't exactly a happy couple. The whole town knows this. Deanna was shot at point blank range with Chris's gun, probably by Chris. Then he went ahead and shot himself as his wound is clearly self-inflicted. He's sending you here unnecessarily complicates things. Question their abilities. I'm beginning to think it was a very good idea, in fact. It's an obvious case of a murder-suicide detective. So everything's figured out already? Huh. If that was sarcasm, I'll ignore it, but yes, more or less. I used to know there was domestic violence involved. It would seem so. It was never reported, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So, rumours. You may call it that, but whether smoke there's fire, I'm not sure that. They were never really able to fit in this town. They were new here, moved in about 6 months ago. Never got out much, didn't make any friends. We don't need to analyse the obvious, detective, that would only be inefficient. Officer Blunt will assist you through the course of your work here. Hello, detective. One more thing, we're looking to wrap this case quickly and cleanly. We don't want to drag it if it can be helped. We have an important festival coming around in a week's time, so you might say it's rather bad timing. There's no need to go around complicating things, alright? Just get me a story that works so we can close this case quickly. This is a sarcastic reply, why not? Yeah, sure, can't wait to wrap this case up. Yeah, alright then, I'll see you soon, goodbye. Okay then. Anyway, have a look around the room if you would like. Come talk to me when you're done. Alright, let's look at the woman's scores. What's this? It's signed Chris 96. It's just in Chris built some of the furniture around his house. Okay, so he built things then. So we've already seen them. I don't want to talk to him yet. 45 ACP rounds is a box of 20 rounds. That's 13 here, which means 7 are missing. 2 were used last night. That means 5 were unaccounted for. I'm guessing they'll find them loaded in the gun. Okay, let's look at his corpse. A bullet wound to the head. Skull is badly damaged and most of the side's been blown off. Position and the way he fell would indicate he was sitting sideways on the chair, facing where Diane's body is now. The angle of shot indicates he was shot from this side. Someone shot him that was standing in front of the refrigerator. No clues there though. Could have been shot from that window. At the moment it's shut. I must get a check for fingerprints and footprints outside. Someone have entered and left through here. We should have the fingerprint results in a couple of days, detective. Don't forget there aren't any footprints outside. Someone shot him from outside, then Chris would have sat facing the refrigerator. That would make sense that way. Killer wouldn't need to enter the house, but in that case, who shot Diane? Let's examine the hand. Gunpowder residue on his right hand. Hard to disagree with the intent here. It's strong evidence for the victim shooting himself. Unless it was made to look that way. She has fallen on its back. Looks like Chris fell off the chair before or after being shot. Okay, lots of stuff there. I don't want to go to him yet, but I'm just looking for anything else. Alright. No, wait, did I look at her body? Been shot to the stomach. The damage and residue would suggest the shot was taken at point blank range. That rules out the possibility of her being shot from the open window. She would have been in the line of sight from the outside though. There's no mistake in it. The perpetrator would have to be inside the house to cause the kind of wound. Either that was Chris or someone else, it's hard to say at the moment. Right. Let's talk at him then. Hey detective, need any help? What's the plan? Have a look around the room. Once you're done, talk to... Oh. Okay. Useful. Alright, we're done here then. Shall we proceed? Yes. Yes, I'm done. Well, let's have a chat with Mr. Willis outside. Alright then. The rain is finally let up. Alright, this is Mr. Willis. He lives right there next door. Coffee, detective? Yeah, I'll have a coffee. Yes, thank you. You're glad to give me any questions you may have about last night. Right, Mr. Willis. Can you tell me anything that you saw or heard during last night's events? Well, see, I headed off to bed around 11 PM as I usually do, after a glass of whiskey. Helps me sleep, you know. Anyway, somewhere around 12:15 AM, I'd say, I woke up by a loud bang. I ran to the bedroom window and looked straight down at their place. And what did you see? Nothing. Their kitchen lights are on, but that was about it. I went to the phone and called Lieutenant Watts here straight away. How long does it take you to get to the window to see anyone else out the street? You said you heard one gunshot. Did you see anyone else on the street? See any sort of activity on the street? Anything unusual? No, detective. Everything was exactly the same as always. How long does it take you to get to the window once you've heard the shot? About a couple of seconds, detective. I'd say no more than 5. Not more than 5, I'd say. I nearly fell out on my bed when I heard the shot. You might say I was halfway there already. You said you heard 1 gunshot. Yes, the whiskey usually knocks me out pretty good, so if there had been more, I didn't hear them. Right, move on to other questions. Do you live alone? Do they have any visitors? Does Chris and Diane have many visitors, friends, etc.? No, not at all, in fact. Oh, pardon me, sorry. In all this time, I only maybe saw Jack coming over to fix the car, and Father Smith came over a couple of times when they newly moved in. A year back almost. Nah, probably people rarely visited them because they were mostly kept to themselves, see. Never made any friends here. But sometimes folks don't like those kinds either, so can't really say. Know what I mean? No, please elaborate. You won't find anyone crying over their deaths here. Nobody really knew him. He never got out much. Okay, do you live alone, Mr. Willis? Yes, I do. Never got married. It's a long story. One meant to be talked over at the cup of whiskies. Know what I mean? Can anyone confirm your whereabouts? No, I was just at home, you see. Am I a suspect? It's procedure, Mr. Weir. I know Mr. Willis. He's cool. React to unprofessionalism on display. Why not? You'll need to have a talk later, Lieutenant. Talk about what? Just later. Okay. Okay, Sherlock, whatever you say, Holmes. Great. Very professional. Yeah, you definitely need me here. Any other information you'd like to share with us, Mr. Willis? I don't know if it's useful, but you might have heard about Chris and Diane. They looked pretty happy when they first moved in. More recently, though, I've heard Diane crying a couple of times, usually late at night. See, the whiskey knocked me out early, so that's why I never heard all this before, but a couple of times I was up a little later. One night, about a month ago, I heard pretty bad things. There were some loud sounds, like stuff being flung around and such thing. I heard someone crying. I was thinking to myself that maybe I should call the police when it quieted down all of a sudden. We never received any calls for domestic violence, but people have often talked of stories of this kind. Can you remember when you heard this, Mr. Willis? Well, I was up late tonight, writing an important letter. I think it must have been somewhere between the 1st to 3rd of last month. 1st, 3rd September, right. Anything else? No, that's all I know about this. Right, thanks for your help, Mr. Willis. We'll be in touch if we need anything else. No problem, and thanks for the coffee. Alright. I don't think it was him. I gotta be honest. I don't think it was Mr. Willis. But, like, if I'm gonna be professional, I've got to still keep him as a suspect. So, Detective, you said you wanted to have a talk later. Is now a good time? Yes, Lieutenant. Please don't tell visitors they're not under suspicion, especially not in front of them. So, basically, you tell me that I don't know how to do my job. Is that it? Yeah, basically. So, all I'm saying is, it isn't all wrapped up as you'd like to believe. How can you not see what's right in front of you? It's so obvious. Mr. Willis didn't see anything outside the house after the gunshots. There were no signs of anyone forcing entry either. On top of that, considering how rough things were between the two of them, you heard what Mr. Willis said, right? Yeah, but he's only one. He was only one witness. There are other people here. Doesn't prove anything. Jump into conclusions. Seriously, we don't know. I'll say we don't know the complete picture yet. The amount of information we have as of now is very little. It's not a complete picture. We need to dig deeper if we want to know the truth and not just confirm our assumptions. Well, what about the door, huh? How was it locked from the inside? Explain that. I checked the door. It locks itself from the inside when you pull it close. Regardless of whether you pull it from the outside or push it from the inside. I'm not saying that what happened. I'm saying that there are no conclusive evidence yet. Well, fine then. Dig as deep as you like, Detective. You won't find anything new here. I was perfectly capable of handling this case myself, but of course the head of the department had to complicate things. In any case, Sheriff Harris will probably want to wrap this case up before the festival, so don't expect him to wait more than a week. I've had to head down to the station now, officer. Escort Detective Anderson to his hotel. Will do, sir. Right, take me to my hotel. Better be nice. We'll come back in the evening, search the house, that's his diary, things of that sort. Officer, alright. When can we expect the autopsy results? Day after tomorrow, according to the coroner. That'll confirm and let you know. I'm guessing there were more than 2 bullets shot last night. Just take another look around the kitchen to make sure. 3 bullets, but hey, listen to me, I'm a professional. I'm actually glad you're here now, although the sheriff and Lieutenant Watts would rather not admit it, even to themselves. This is like the first murder here in the last 100 years or so. You have no idea how to deal with it. It's alright. I like this game. It's alright, you know what I mean. I just learned to force a month back, for instance. And a murder already? I'm not sure if I'm ready. I kind of knew them, you could say. Never known anyone that's been murdered before, you know. It's kind of weird. A bit sad. I know as an officer I'm not supposed to feel that way at all. You'll be fine. Give it time. Thanks, detective. That means a lot. Tell me about Chris and Dave. What's the I want to know more about the festival. The sheriff said there'll be a festival in town next week. What's that about? Oh, it's an annual thing. They have it every October. There's a fair on the market street, there's food, rides. Get a lot of tourists from nearby states around that time. It's a good source of revenue for some of our smaller businesses here. That, of course, is less important in the light of recent events. Good to hear you say that. Of course, we can't go around trying to wrap up cases based on our assumptions, whatever the situation may be. I mean, these people's lives are ended, and our job is to figure out what really happened. That's right. He's only been here for a month. He's the most professional person I've met already. So I guess what I'm saying is, you can count on me during this investigation. Thanks. Tell me about Chris and Diana. Don't worry about Chris and Diana? Well, not much. It's mostly what Mr. Willard said earlier. Nobody knew them, really. They came in here, kept to themselves, you'd hear stories about them. Everyone thought they were some kind of weirdos. I admit it, I kind of agreed about that sentiment too. Feel bad about that now. There's no reason to make assumptions about people's character, and character can't be used as evidence. So I'd really like to help figure out what the real story is, whatever it may be. So would I. End dialogue. Open local police will let me do the job I've been sent to do, though. I don't mean you. Detective, I know what you mean. Honestly speaking, Sheriff Harris is an asshole. Well, fine. I'm serious, he doesn't care about anything except running off home and taking it easy. This case probably ruins his plans to relax and enjoy the festival week. I hate people like that. Yeah, people that want to rush things. Gotta take it slowly if you want to do a good job. Especially if you're in the police. Lieutenant Watts, though, he's really sweet. I know he comes across as a little obnoxious, but... oh my god. Great, I'm a murderer now as well. I saw her, she was right there. Why am I seeing her? Why am I thinking of her? Ah, so it wasn't an actual, person. What's this? Oof, what a beauty. I wonder if it's Jack's. It's quite a nice girl. Okay, well, I know I haven't really done much, but I think I'm going to end this video here. Just because I do have some stuff to do. And I might come back to this game, but really, I think this is the type of game where you gotta experience it for yourself. So, if you want to try out this demo, you can get it on itch.io or Game Jolts. There'll be a link in the description to both of those websites, and there'll also be a link in the description to the Indiegogo campaign, if you want to help support the developer of this game, ready for the full release, which, remember, is 19th is January 2019, and there'll be a link in the description as well to the Steam page for the game, so you can add it to your wish list so you know exactly when it comes out. Well, I really enjoyed this game. It was very interesting. Like I said at the start, art style was great. I really like it. I love there's multiple choices. The characters all seem very interesting. They all have distinct personalities, which I really like. And the story is starting to unravel, and I really like it in that. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. For any games whatsoever messed that up a bit. Start again. For any games whatsoever you want to play, then please comment down below, as I say every video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, but I'll see you in the next video.